I'm your lovely host today, and I'm joined with
your lovely co-host, Alex Burke.
And these are our lovely Mr. MVTHS guests that we have, and our current Mr. MVTHS from last year.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
And we'll have them introduce themselves and their title on their own, but thank you guys so much for coming up here.
Yeah,
And this is not all of the people who are participating, mind you. This is not all of them, because that's way too many, and our room is very small. So we picked a couple that we could find. So why don't you guys go and introduce yourselves?
I'm Nolan Armstrong, and I will be Mr. Mock Trial.
I'm Quentin Morgan, and I'm representing Youth in Government.
My name is Jude Erasmus, and I was Mr. HOSA last year and Mr. MVTHS.
Well, congratulations on the win, and I hope you guys have a very, very fair and very good sportsmanship competition.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's go. Jude, let's start off with you. How has being Mr. MVTHS changed your life?
When it comes to changing my life, I wouldn't say it's been life-changing, but it has been pretty great when it's come to bragging rights, you know. So in that regard, yes, it has changed my life. Not for the better, it's kept it relatively neutral, but it's good knowing that, you know, I've represented Mount Vernon in that fashion, and I get to be Mr. MVTHS. So, yeah, no, it's a great feeling.
So, like, giving the crown away in this instance, because it's sort of similar to, like, a coronation almost at this point, how does it feel? Because it's kind of, I think if I remember correctly, this is the first Mr. MVTHS we've had since COVID. So you'd be the first person since then to hand off this kind of crown. So, what kind of weight does that hold to you?
I mean, it holds a sufficient amount of weight. It's almost an honor to be passing it on to the next student, and I'm excited that I get to give it to students a part of this junior class. I mean, it's a great group of guys. I'm really good friends with many of them, and I believe this year's competition is one of the largest when it comes to just the amount of participation that we are seeing. So in that regard, it's awesome. I know it's going to be a very competitive event, but it's light-hearted, it's funny, and that's what it's all about. So I'm all here to support it. I'm just excited to be passing the crown on and seeing all of these acts that are going to take place.
And to determine who gets that crown, we got two competing people, right? You guys are competing for that crown?
Yes.
And we're going to ask you some questions to see which one of you is more worthy for the crown. Starting with...
Do you want me to do them?
Yeah, that wasn't really a good segue.
Only first question that we could probably say is, you did mention that we have kind of a big group this year. Tell us how many in numbers are competing this year.
We had around 16 starting out, and I say it's been cut down to about, just because of conflictions in time and also just people not wanting to, I'd say about 12 to 10, which is still better than last year's, I think, 7 or 8. So definitely some more people, but not as much as we hoped.
Yeah.
But it'll still be plenty of guys competing.
Big group, kind of like, I feel like the group that we have this year definitely reflects our junior class, because I feel like last year did the same thing. Like with COVID and all that, it definitely reflected kind of how it was at that time, and now it's kind of reflected the rebound of COVID that we've had now.
Wait, you said you would be Mr. Mock Trial?
Yes.
So wait, so are you representing like a club?
Yes, you either represent a club or a sport.
So
Usually. I mean, we have Sawyer
So
as...
wait,
Well, no,
who-
that's still a club.
wait, so who do you represent, and how exactly do you get even chosen by them in the first place?
So, like, I represent, like, a club Youth in Government, and the way you get chosen is, it's like, it's FBLA members, right? Well, I feel like,
Our officer team.
yeah, they
decided
just
who-
decide, and, like, they think of who they see as, like, they represents that club, and so, like, Nolan was recognized as someone from mock trial. I was recognized as, like, an important, I guess, like, person within Youth in Government, which is why I was chosen, and as to go for, like, several of the other members, like Drew with student council and Wade with baseball and so on.
Solid, because again, that is still a very good, solid grouping that we have there. Because I know a couple of these kids who are in higher level classes, or even just kids who are just really good community members. I'm proud to say that these are our Mr. MVTHS contestants, and I'm glad that they're able to compete. Aren't you, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, kind of sad I didn't decide to do this, but
Yeah, he's currently the only sophomore in the room. So point and laugh, everybody. Point and laugh.
You're forgetting about the freshman.
That's behind the camera, okay? We don't talk about behind the camera.
Anyway, so tell me a bit more about mock trial, just real quick.
We actually didn't have enough people to compete this year at U of I Springfield, so that was a shame. But it is a competitive, not event, but a competitive team, and we go against other teams from across Illinois and compete in a mock trial of you're a lawyer, I was a lawyer, you may be a witness, it just depends, and you compete to see who will become the state champion, and you put on a real, you have to memorize your lines and stuff like that, but it's a real mock trial that you have to put on for judges, so that's about it without going too deep into it.
I've heard a little bit about it. Don't you guys go to like the appellate courthouse as well since we're so close to it and it's in town?
Yes, we didn't get to this year, unfortunately, but in previous years, yes, you go to the appellate courthouse every Tuesday and Thursday. So I enjoy it. Practice was pretty good.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about youth and government as well?
So youth and government is kind of similar, like to mock trial in the way that you like kind of act as like a real member of something bigger. So like for youth and government, basically, it's like a big statewide club, and you will basically like you make your own bill, and you have to like you go to Springfield and you go to the Capitol and you just kind of act as if you're a real senator or a real like member of the House, and you just propose your bill and then it gets voted on, and it's just like a whole mock committee session, I guess.
All right, very solid. Because we've kind of got for these two groups at least, we've kind of got both of these deal with government. And kind of deal with like our history as a country in itself, technically.
And now, since we've learned who they are and what they represent, I think it's time, don't you say? Welcome to the Gauntlet, where you two will be facing off against Jude Erasmus in kind of our own mock and Mr. MVTHS challenge.
Oh, man.
You will be going against him in a test of strength, intelligence, and luck. Let us start off with our first one to thumb wrestle Jude Erasmus.
Ding ding ding! Round one! So, what's going to happen is every round we will have these two face each other, and then the winner is going to face Jude. And honestly, it would be really, really funny if Jude won everything, but, history doesn't always do that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get my mic packed up. Actually, help me. What am I supposed to do? Just pick it up. Okay, so why don't you be the good old referee for this, and I will smile and wave like the girls in WWE do whenever they hold up the round one sign.
Okay, man. Do you know how to thumb wrestle?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I don't. Let's do this.
All right, you ready? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. All right.
I think I won.
Yeah. All right.
Great.
Okay.
Do you both know how to thumb wrestle?
Yep.
Good,
Yeah.
because I don't.
One, two.
Oh, he's getting.
1, 2. Wait, start again.
All right. No. I'll
1,
count.
2, 3, 4.
I declare a thumb war. Yeah.
Oh!
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Now, we are moving on to my part of this. Round number... Will you be so kind as to hold up the sign, good sir?
Yeah, no, I can be the ones.
So originally, this interview was planned to have been with the lovely gentlemen who are Mr. Korean Culture Club.
Oh, yes. So, yeah.
Yes, and Mr. NHS.
And some, yeah.
Sadly, neither of them could make it, so we have our, not replacements, our other lovely guests that we have, and they shall be answering questions on behalf, all right? So these are the intelligence questions. And these are kind of just mainly to these two, but Jude, if you want to join in on it, you're free
Perfect.
to. So, there are 3 questions. Each of them are about a different part of Korean culture, and we did look these up. Don't worry, we're not stupid. So, question number 1 is, South Korea has made one of the most impressive leaps in modern history in what area?
Technology is my guess.
Alright. I'm singing Jeopardy.
What do you think, Quentin?
I'm just make a guess.
That's why it's a cover.
I feel like technology is probably the right answer.
Alright, Jude?
Well, I get a guess. I'm gonna say the music industry.
Oh, yeah.
And the answer is? None of those.
Oh.
Oh
GDP.
man.
I thought you were on with that. Yeah.
Economic growth.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
actually a pretty big growth if you look it up. So we have number 2. South Korea has the most type of these sports players per capita in the world.
I'm gonna go with baseball.
Solid.
I'm going to say basketball.
I'm gonna say soccer.
None of them. It's actually esports.
Of course.
Oh.
Like that one, you think of it, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. And we looked up some statistics. We're very close up there on the top leaderboards.
Okay.
America is.
Yeah, America is. And it's just because we have so many people compared to so many little esports players.
Well, I knew that there was that one player in the Barclays Premier League for Tottenham. He was from South Korea, so I thought they
So,
ranked pretty high up there.
yeah. And it's because Korea is so much smaller that they have so much more players, technically. So, the last one, and this is a real, genuine fact. So, there is a widespread belief that this common household object in a closed space might kill you.
Common household object.
In a closed space.
Is this like a riddle or is it a question?
It's a real belief that a lot of Korean people believe is a true fact.
I'm gonna say a spatula.
A Kleenex box. Box of tissue.
A folding chair.
And none of them. It's actually
man.
a fan.
Okay, I can see that.
I can see. It's just it gives me Willy Wonka.
Yeah, like it's giving Willy Wonka. Yeah.
We're on to the best round of all, round 3. So in round 1, mind you, tell me who won again?
It was this lovely man.
Quentin Moore.
So Quentin is so far in the lead. None of them got any more points from the intelligence, and now we are on to our lovely round number 3 that Alex and I both love to death. So I shall go get us our supply.
Oh no.
Why what?
This
Anxious.
is not needed.
You know what this is?
Okay.
This is needed.
I literally just ran around and asked everyone I could see if they had a coin, and they thought I was trying to like beg from like I was like,
Get on camera.
Oh man.
Can I? So Mr. Mays was like leaving the school. Did I get a mic? Mr. Mays was leaving the school, and I ran up to him like, I need a coin, and he's like, get away from me, you weirdo. Here you go. Nobody has coins, so we're gonna
use a sticky note because
Okay.
we've fetched our coins before this.
Our test of luck, a simple coin flip.
That's a notepad flip.
one side says hey, one side says.
So here's our lovely little if camera people
Wait,
zoom in
is
on
it-
it.
Does anyone have a
Hey.
pencil? We
Hey,
could-
write heads on it with the marker.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying. We could.
Right heads.
Hold on, grab me. I'm gonna get a Sharpie. I
I
want to
have
use
a
a big
coin.
pencil.
Yeah,
Okay.
you get heads, but you could put like a head. Put Jude's head on there.
I can't draw that much. Oh, that was a horrible.
You're really
one.
getting into
It's-
that. Sign holding job.
I know.
This one here.
So here's our heads for the coin.
Okay, head.
Heads. I'll wait for the camera people. There you go. Heads and tails. So we're going to do a coin flip, and simply you either win or you don't. Golson, since you got our coin, heads or tails, which one wins?
Oh, they get to call it. That's
Yeah,
what they
yeah.
call it. That's
Yeah, it's gonna be versus these two.
I went tails.
No, it's-
Heads. Yeah, heads.
Okay.
Okay, you got it.
Am I supposed to flip it like this?
I think just do your best flip.
it off your thumb. This is a coin
Alright.
flip.
Heads. Heads.
Hey!
Yeah.
going to be Jude and Nolan's turn to call in
All
the
right, I'm
middle.
going heads again.
So
Final
I'm
round.
gonna kind of go over here so that you can.
Tails it is.
I'm just gonna do this.
All right, heads.
Tails!
Good one.
So,
Is this guy right? Okay.
Yes!
so technically we have a tie.
Oh yeah.
So now, should we do the gauntlet, but it's only strength?
Sure.
The ultimate thumb wrestle
What's-
between the two winners so far, because it's tied between these two.
Oh, it's a rematch.
Yeah.
The final. This is like a
Final.
tiebreaker.
Yeah, it's tie. Well, Nolan won. Actually, yeah, it was Jude who won. So it is. It's these two
Okay.
that have to have a tiebreaker
Alright,
thumb
Quentin.
wrestle. So,
Does that thumb have enough
Thanks
power
for
like
breaking.
last time?
I don't.
hold on.
I
we
don't
gotta
think
get
so.
We gotta
We're
get our
gonna
side
see
ready.
Some warm-ups.
I think it's
Oh
good.
yeah. Come on, Quentin, get
There's
some
not,
more.
there's not much room.
Nah,
Alright,
we're
I'll
good.
hold
We're
it.
good.
Hey, we could use rock paper scissors for the tiebreaker.
That
I do
actually-
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Rock,
Okay.
paper, scissors.
You guys know how to play rock, paper, scissors?
Best of 3, right?
Let's do it.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. 1, paper, scissors, shoot. Well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that will conclude our RAMCAST.
Hold on.
Except, no it isn't, because we still have some last questions.
Do we?
Yeah?
Okay.
Where is Mr. MVTHS even going on? And when?
The Schweinfurt Theater at 6 on Saturday
Was that
at
winner principal
7, I believe.
Yeah.
If not 7, 6. But
Big
yeah,
winner.
May 6th, Schweinfurt Theater at 7 o'clock. Be there or be square.
So, is it open to the public, or is it something you have to actually pay to get into?
How much is it? Like $3?
It's usually around
It's less than
$3.
5, but bring a 5 and you're good.
Less
It's
than
about
$5 for entry. Anyone can come and
Yeah,
watch.
three.
So please, we need to fill up the theater and support these guys. It is going to be absolutely amazing. I've heard some of the talents that are going to be on show this year, and they are far more outrageous, far more hilarious than years prior. So it's going to be a good one, and you do not want to miss it.
So, the one last thing I'll mention is that the winner of this does sort of get their own mini title. We don't have anybody to go in and be our Mr. MVTHS this year because our only few juniors don't really like to be in the spotlight all that much, and we respect them for that. So, we humbly ask, will you be our honorary AB Mr. MVTHS?
Well, if you put it that way, I guess I'll just have to be.
All right.
Well, they
Yeah.
2 clubs under your belt.
Yeah.
technically, it's kind of in air quotes there, but I mean,
Still.
hey, if they count it, they count it. If they don't, we still will give you a nice pat on the back.
Uh-huh.
The true honor, though, was ours for getting you guys to be on here and taking time to stay after school with us and record this. It was really fun. It was a lot of energy. Any last, things you want to say before I give them last questions?
I don't really think so.
So, anything last you guys would like to mention about it, or any last questions that you guys have or want to answer?
Other than just, make sure you come to the actual event on May 6th. Other than that, nothing really.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much again and again for being here. It was a great honor. This was so much fun. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
This
Thank you.
has been the RAMCAST.